Thomas going to check in for Devin Morgan.
Lewis passed way high. Razor able to bring it in, thankfully. Waller's passed the wall, almost gone away. Haywood inside, knocked away, no foul. Crowd wanted that one.
A lot of contact there. Good at travel.
It's like a travel call. So Todd Hughes checks in as well, Chris.
So we'll stay here to go again. They do a good job, beat the press. Now start it over. They go out to Khalid Thomas, try and get him in some good offensive sets.
Lewis inside. He's a big kid with a lot of potential here, Chris, and he's showing it here.
He can really handle the basketball well, which is surprising for a kid his size. So when they can get him the ball in situations like that where he's down low, he's got good handles, can make some moves and get himself an open look. He does that there in the post.
Lewis is going to play great defense there and force the travel.
So Delaware State there, good job there towards the end of that 4-minute segment between media timeouts. Good job there, playing some good defense, forcing a couple turnovers. And then I think we're seeing what they want to do. They want to go down low. They've had a couple times now. They've gone to big guys down low, trying to get them back down into post situations and get them some looks. Joe Lewis was just able to come away with one there. I expect to see more of the same, but I also want to see Eric Dickerson get in this game here, try and help stretch the floor. If he's able to knock one or two down, they can stretch the floor, get guys like Lewis, Mallory, all these guys, all these kids that want to use their post moves down low. They can stretch the floor. They can get them some looks down low and continue to get easy offense.
I mean, looking at the score of 14-6, it could have been a lot worse for DSU.
Yeah, absolutely. Only down 8. An early storm from Norfolk State. Delaware State, a good job weathering that. Now you got to keep it up, keep going after it. And we see it. Deshaun Taylor's got 8 points. He's outscored Delaware State by himself. Got to contain him. After that, Delaware State's really done a good job in this game. Just got to contain Deshaun Taylor and prevent him from getting open looks.
Lee Thomas gets to the head to Haywood as Thomas comes in for Morgan.
Now Hughes and Haywood, both really good scorers on the floor. Delaware State got some guys on offense that can get them some buckets.
And a foul on Norfolk State will definitely help bail the Hornets out as they only had 8 on the clock. They'll get a fresh 30.
Haywood, a good take. Now we've seen them struggle a few times. The inbound against Norfolk State zone here from the baseline.
Lewis top the key, gets it to Waller. And Waller bullies his way in. You got to like the combination of Waller and Lewis along with Hughes and Haywood. I mean, athleticism and scoring all around.
And Delaware State doing a great job getting inside, getting some easy looks. Offensively, look like they're starting to find their rhythm, find what they want to do. Now it's about defensively keeping this game in the half court.
Great job there by Lewis, and they're going to call a foul. So he got some body contact.
And a ref all the way on the other side of the floor making that call. Got 2 refs right next to it. Let those refs make the call. That's one thing that I have issues with when refs do that, is making a call. I understand you have a different angle. You can see something else. But there's 2 refs right there on top of that play. There's no need for you to make the call from all the way across the floor.
11 minutes remaining in the first half. Short gets it inside to Butler. Wade goes baseline and slides in for the easy 2 points.
And against that zone from Delaware State, Norfolk State doing a good job attacking the zone along the baseline.
Short falls. Great pass inside by Waller to Hughes, but that pass is knocked away by Butler.
And Norfolk State doing a great job showing a lot of activity on the defensive end.
And Butler inside with the easy 2 points. Great passing on display there by the Spartans.
And Norfolk State can make things happen quickly, and they're doing that right now. We were just talking about Delaware State, got it down to a 6-point game. We're starting to figure things out offensively. And just like that, Norfolk State with a quick burst right back to a double-digit lead.
And Gasevich will check in for the Hornets to try to combat the size and strength of Butler.
And Gasevich, really you could see a lot in pregame. He works on his offensive post moves down low.
Butler misses it and somehow fights it to get his own rebound back and bullies his way back up. Scores another foul, Chris.
I don't know what the ref saw there. Gasevich was all over the ball and the ball only.
Such a tough call there, and now the question is, Hornets staying out of foul trouble.
And the refs letting a lot of fouls go here on the Norfolk State defensive end and calling a lot on the Delaware State end, not helping them out. But Delaware State at the same time not really doing themselves any favors either.
As Butler sends the Spartan lead 20-8.
You can't let a guy like Jordan Butler follow his free throw. After the miss, he was able to go up and get it.
Ten minutes remaining in the first half. Hornets looking for something offensively as they set up their half-court set.
And Norfolk State's just been able to do a good job of only allowing the ball to get in uncomfortable spots like the corner and things like that where they can trap.
That pass is knocked away. And it'll be Spartan ball.
Delaware State really struggling to do anything right here early. Had a couple possessions of good offense, but outside of that, they really struggled both ends of the floor.
And Morgan will check back in. Butler swings it over to Bundle, but Hughes on the block. Pass ahead to Wade, and Wade slam dunk. And Norfolk State starting to pull away from Delaware State, 22-8.
DeAndre Haywood, a terrible decision here on one end. And things just snowballing for Delaware State. Can't get anything to go their way. Norfolk State, they've come out clicking on all cylinders, playing a great game there. Waller makes a good move to get the pump fake, get an open look. But good effort there from Short, I believe it was, to reach back and knock it away from Waller.
Now the refs are going to confer and make sure everything is where it's supposed to be. As Hughes running down to Waller.
And Norfolk State, you can see it. They know they're up by 14, and they're kind of getting in the face of Delaware State. Delaware State, you got to respond. You got to respond on the court.
Morgan met by two Spartans, gets it to Waller. Waller no good. Ball knocked away, should stay with the Hornets. It will. And the Spartans using a lot of substitutions early on as well.
Well, they play an up-tempo game, trying to keep everybody fresh. The big thing is they've been trapping a lot along the baseline at Delaware State. Got to get things going in the middle of the floor, because if not, Norfolk State's going to trap.
Waller gets it. Hornets with 8:50, trying to get something going. Down 14.
Norfolk State just not allowing this to be a half-court game, making Delaware State play frantic, up-tempo basketball.
Hughes drives, good pass to Gasevich. Gasevich spins. Ball knocked away by Short. Short brings it out for the Spartans. Three-pointer is up and in, just like that. Deshaun Taylor again. And
they just teed up Jordan Butler. Yeah, they teed up Jordan Butler. I think they were telling Norfolk State to watch the taunting a little bit. And off of that three, I guess Jordan Butler did something the ref didn't like. Here's Haywood on the steal. Goes down for the easy lay-in. But Morgan, these are a couple of big free throws that you want him to be able to knock down.
that is the play that on the Friday went down as Morgan knocked in the first free throw.
You can see exactly where the injury happened.
Definitely a scary injury for Onafade. And he makes both. 25-10, Hornets down 15.
If I'm Coach Walker, I got to get a guy like Eric Dickerson and Dana Razor in the game. Some really good shooters. Got to try and stretch the floor.
And we got a timeout there. Wisely by Morgan. They had nowhere to go with it. 25-10, Chris. What do you have to do here in this timeout here?
They got to find a way to beat the press and beat the trap from Norfolk State. Norfolk State doing a great job. Every time they get Delaware State in the corner, they're trapping and forcing a turnover, or in this case, a timeout. But you see it. Here's the good offense from Norfolk State, whether it's been in the half court or the full court. Deshaun Taylor been able to knock down threes. Here's a block shot. They're able to get out in transition. And the alley-oop attempt, still able to get the bucket. But Delaware State just has had no answer for the Norfolk State press and trap. And it's really hurt Delaware State. They're down 15. It's got to start with turnovers, cutting down their turnovers.
Well, the crowd has been sitting on their hands most of the game. They definitely need something to get them going, and hopefully the Hornets can feed off that energy.
And the thing for Delaware State is down 15. If you can start to get things going, start to turn this game around, they can get this crowd into this game and you can really feed off of it and get a lot of momentum going and maybe get in Norfolk State's head. But right now, Norfolk State's just doing everything they want, and the crowd really hasn't been a factor. But Delaware State, no sign of Eric Dickerson right now. Dickerson was one of your leading scorers in the last game, and he's still in a sweatsuit right now.
Let's see what the Hornets do down on a Friday. Do they try to play small ball? A lot more Waller and Lewis together, as we see Gasevich in as well.
Well, small ball is going to put you in kind of a run and gun game, which is what Norfolk State wants. I don't know that, because I don't think you're going to beat them at them. I don't know that that's where I would go. I would try and go big and go to my shooters and try and get things going in the half court and cut into this lead.
And Haywood draws the foul. I don't know if they'll give him the 2 shots like it's on the floor, but.
Norfolk State playing really physical, using a lot of their size, being aggressive. They're going at Delaware State right now. They're attacking them physically and mentally. Delaware State got to show the resiliency and the toughness. So Delaware State, both teams in the bonus. This is a 1-and-1, wasn't a shooting foul.
So Mallory will check in. Haywood will head to the line. First free throw is good from Haywood. safe to say if they want to get back in this game, Haywood's going to have to play better.
Absolutely. And after this free throw, if you're Delaware State, you got to get back. If Haywood misses, Norfolk State's going to try an outlet and run. Got to be aware of that. Get back and get it into half court and play some defense.
Haywood makes the second one.
Norfolk State 25, Delaware State 12.
State going to come out in a press of their own.
Hornets trying to force the action here. 7:49 remaining. Trying to close this first half off with some momentum. Oliver drives inside. Foul first before the shot.
Foul on the 4, Thomas personal foul, 1, team foul on 8. To the line,
Looked like a ticky-tack foul to me, but
number 20, Charles.
going to reward Norfolk State a 1-and-1.
Oliver to the line. Misses the
Off
free
on
throw.
the first.
Hornets looking for something offensively. Give them a spark, a boost to get back in this game.
A lot of side-to-side movement, not going to the basket right now.
5 on the clock. They need something. Thomas, 3, no good. And another foul called as Oliver will head to the line again. A lot of free throws early on for the Spartans.
Had 16 total fouls here called in not even 13 minutes.
Oliver, the senior out of New Jersey.
To the line for 1-and-1, number 20, Charles Oliver.
And you look at Norfolk State, they only have 2 freshmen on the roster. They're an experienced team, and they've been working at this up-tempo thing for a while. They're an
Oliver makes the first.
Norfolk State, an experienced group, and they know that this is their opportunity to get into the NCAA tournament.
As he makes both, sends the lead 27-12. And there's a press. See what the Hornets do here if they had some trouble with it. Dangerous pass there from Waller, but it gets to Thomas. Thomas goes all the way. And did they need that one, Chris?
And a good take from Thomas, fakes the pass to Mallory, and makes the lefty layup. That's Delaware State's got to beat the press. And if you can get easy looks out of it, take them.
Short from way downtown as he looks at the Del State fan section and gives him a little wink. 30-14. He made that one from about Smyrna.
And Delaware State.
Haywood drives, throws it in, send it in Haywood for 2 points.
And a highlight play, something to get the crowd into this game. They're up now. Be big for Delaware State, maybe to get a turnover or something and get another one going.
30-16 as Robinson takes the bump, knocks it in.
But it's just been 1 step forward, 2 steps back for Delaware State. Every time they get something to work, Norfolk State comes right back at them.
Haywood goes baseline again, draws a foul.
And Haywood doing a great job against that trap. Getting outside of it, first to dunk. They're drawing a blocking call. Haywood going to go to the line again, and he looks ready to take this game over.
Haywood will head to the line.
To the line for 1-and-1, DeAndre Haywood.
As he missed the free throw.
And when you miss free throws, Norfolk State's going to get out and run.
Oliver swings it over to Short. Short thought about it, throws it away.
Short tried to be a little fancy with a no-look pass and threw it out of bounds.
Waller has Mallory. Mallory's going to face up and pull the trigger. It goes in. And we know confidence is definitely key for Mallory.
And they're a good, quick, easy bucket for Delaware State. When you break the press, got to try and take advantage of it quick and early in the clock.
And a good job there by the Hornets drawing the charge. 5 minutes remaining, 32-18. Still some time to cut into this lead.
Delaware State starting to figure out the press. Quick offense. As soon as you beat it, try and find the open man. You'll have the numbers.
And here they go again, Chris. Thomas giving good minutes. Haywood inside, switches hands, finishes with the right. Good job, DeAndre Haywood, another 2 points.
Delaware State trying to make this little mini run here, down 12.
3-pointer's no good by Oliver. Bought it by
It's a
Waller.
rebound. I'd get out and run. I'd go.
Haywood's on fire. He's taking his game over. Crossover draws a foul.
Foul call there. Haywood going to get back to the line. Haywood's got that look in his eyes, determined here early.
I think we're going to get a look here at the Haywood dunk. Chris, talk about that play. I mean, Haywood definitely helping bring the crowd to his feet.
Well, they came out, Norfolk State trapping along the sidelines, and they trapped the wrong guy. Haywood able to dribble around it and take on the baseline and went up strong. Went up, and you love to see that. A tough player going up strong, not settling for a layup, anything that can be effective. He went up and threw it down hard. And it's a big play. It's a momentum play. And Delaware State since then, now if this free throw can drop, we'll have cut it to 10.
Haywood makes the first one and rattles the second one. No good. As you said, Chris, missed free throws. Allows for Norfolk State to get going. Chance of defense from the Hornet crowd. Short, drives in, pushes off.
Easy call. Easy call there. Short through the elbow at Morgan. Morgan maybe acted a little bit there with the fallback, but nonetheless, I think it was a good call. Short pushed off.
And Chris, a chance here that the Hornets can score to cut the lead to single digits.
It's a big possession. And getting close here to the last media timeout. Delaware State, if they can get it to single digits going into that media timeout, they can really turn this into a close game going into halftime. As you see the replay, Short. An easy push-off call there.
Waller back in the game, and Thomas has been playing valuable minutes. Haywood drives in, left hand. Shot is up and in. DeAndre Haywood, he's got that look in his eye.
DeAndre Haywood has been taking it to the basket strong all half long. And it's resulted in a lot of buckets around the rim. DeAndre Haywood doing a great job.
And it's important to only go as far as Haywood takes him. Excuse me, Chris. Robinson on the miss. And that'll be
over the back on Alex Long.
And you get your wish, Chris, going to the immediate timeout down single digits.
And they're going to have the ball as well. Delaware State doing a great job taking the momentum they have, building on it, and it's been all DeAndre Haywood right now. DeAndre Haywood creating, taking, doing everything on the offensive end. We saw Micah Aldridge for the women. DeAndre Haywood doing his best Micah Aldridge impression right now. He's doing a little differently, getting inside, getting to the basket. He's been great, and Delaware State's taken that with these made shots from DeAndre Haywood. They're able to get in the half court on the defensive side. As you see Haywood there with the take. Haywood doing a lot of things well. This should be the over and back call. And there it is. You see Malroy going straight up and the call on Long. Delaware State doing a good job, not only playing good defense, but closing out possessions, not allowing second chance opportunities. Have to continue to do that here in this last 3.5 minutes. I think DeAndre Haywood, you got to finish the half strong. Continue to do what you've been doing. Attack the basket. Everybody else, continue to play good defense. Continue to do a good job on the glass. But I like what Delaware State's done on offense. Not just DeAndre Haywood, but they've done a good job of moving the ball, stretching out the zone side to side, and getting Haywood lanes to take the ball to the basket.
Hornets trail by 9. 3:32 still remaining in this first half.
And another great adjustment Coach Walker made, getting Thomas and Morgan, two good ball handlers on the floor. They've been able to really help break the press.
Mallory's free throw is good. Mallory, the local guy out of Dover.
Same high school as me. What can we say? Polytech produces great people.
Spartans have gone kind of cold last few trips, Chris. Another three-pointer is no good. Robinson with off the rebound.
And there's a good effort play from Jordan Butler to corral the rebound.
Wade from way downtown, no good, but a rebound by Bungie, excuse me. Wade drives, no good. Mallory on the stop. And a foul call.
And Delaware State going to get another chance to go to the line.
And it'll be free throws from here on out, as they do have the Spartans in the bonus.
Yep, and the double bonus as well, so Waller's going to get 2 free throws. As we talked about, nothing easier than free throws. Delaware State continuing to cut into this lead.
Waller makes the first. Waller's second one is no good. As the Hornets come out in that 2-3 zone now. Wade swings it over. Robinson swings it back to Wade for 3, no good. Thomas gets it over to Haywood.
Morgan tried to go off glass there.
Pass knocked away. It'll stay with the Spartans. Pass inside by Wade, stolen by Haywood.
And the activity from Delaware State in that zone's been outstanding.
Pass knocked away by Robinson. Ref was in the way, but he keeps it. Spartans go back inside to Butler. Butler been on the bench for a little while, Chris.
And he's an active kid, really, 6'6". We talked about earlier, he's a big body. He's an active kid, doing a lot of things, attacking the glass, playing good defense. He's been a key for Norfolk State here early on.
Butler makes the first one. Extends the Spartan lead to 7. Butler makes both. And we'll get a timeout. Under 2 minutes to go. Well, Chris, they've come back and played pretty well. What have you attributed that to?
Well, you got to look at it. They played really good defense, been really active in the zone in the half court. And DeAndre Haywood's just been outstanding taking this game over on the offensive end for Delaware State. Here you see him very active in the zone, getting the steal. He's just done a lot of things well. He's really kind of sparked this team, and it's gotten them back in this game. But they got to find somebody else to make something happen. And another adjustment was getting Thomas and Morgan both on the floor at the same time. Two good ball handlers that's really helped them break this press.
Haywood will inbound as he sticks with Haywood, Thomas, and Morgan. Waller in as well, and Mallory. Two, 3 zone here by the Spartans as they change their defense up. Morgan open in the corner, swings it back. Morgan with the push off there.
And a good possession there from Delaware State just results in a foul for Morgan. A lot of swinging around the top of the key, trying to create some driving lanes. And Morgan tried to find one, tried to take advantage, but was called for the push-off.
Hornets need a stop here as we approach a minute remaining in the first half. Pass goes inside to Butler, excuse me.
And Butler got away with a hook there.
Three on the clock. Spartans will have to jack it up. They will, and it's good. Devontae Banner. Now they lead by 10.
And the lead back up to 10, Delaware State. It'd be a big momentum win, good morale win if they're able to get this to single digits going into halftime, being down as many as they were here earlier on in the game.
Chance here for them to get a good shot, as you said, and cut this lead down to single digits. Waller in the high post has it taken away from him by Banner. Waller chases down, but Banner's shot is good. And now it looks like the Spartans have picked it back up offensively.
And just not good awareness there from Waller. You get the ball in the middle of the zone, they're going to swarm to you. You got to make a play. Got to be quick with it. Make a quick decision. Waller was unable to do that.
Haywood, he'll take it himself. No good. Waller amongst the trees, tips it, goes to Mallory. And the shot will not count by Robinson. That's how we're in the half. Hornets down 38-26, down 12, Chris.
Well, they're within reach. Did a good job battling back from as many down as they were. So they know they can play with this team. They went on a run to get them back in the game. Would have liked to have seen Haywood take strong there at the end of the half rather than settle for a three-point shot. But nonetheless, if you're Delaware State, you just got to identify what you did in that run, which was play good, active defense in the zone. And DeAndre Haywood was able to score the ball at a high rate. 38-26, Norfolk State leads. But if you're Delaware State, again, for being down as many as they were and as out of it as they looked, able to battle back, make it a 12-point game, and got down to within 6 at one point. So we know that they can play with them. Just got to find the niches in the defense, in Norfolk State's defense. If they're able to do that, they'll be able to score, slow down Norfolk State, and get back in this game.
Well, we'll see what happens in the second half. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Hornets trail 38-26. Stay tuned to WDSU-TV. We'll be right back. Second half action.
We love all the children. Now, it is Saturday at DSU alumni, and I see I know some people may have Delaware State. We always love the children here at Delaware State University. Now, I got a couple kids, they said they want to dance. And they said, my man said, I bet you can't do it like me. Let's do it like Come on, let's go. Let's go. Come back. It's all good. This was a free pizza for the night. This Saturday, the cap will close early. I know. What you gotta do is, you gotta get the boxes since this box is a winner. You ready? On your side? You ready? Go! The chance to shoot for $10,000. Anybody? Anybody? Everybody? Going once? Going twice? Gone. All right. My W. Now who want to shoot? My W. The air push shot. My W. This ain't for $10,000. You want right there? We got to roll quick. I need somebody from the other guards. Who want to shoot? My W. Right there. Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's go. She said, you know what? Put over here. I'm fresh. Come on. Come on, Justin. Let's go. Anybody before post that? Anybody want to shoot? Let's go. Now listen, today's half-court shot is sponsored by Student Government Association. One chance. All right. Today's event is sponsored by the Student Government President and Association. They get a peace bill. All right, first up we got Norfolk State. Let's see what you got. One shot, can I get somebody to get the ball? Now, I see this young man coming, he's a freshman. I want to give him a big shout out. I know we talked about church and everything, so Wilmington. I call him baby pastor because he is like a baby, like youth pastor, all right? He's a baby youth pastor, got a killer smile. Show some love to a good man right here. I guess God works in mysterious ways. I guess to all his guys who on his new beats, show him some love, congratulations. I'm gonna take him out when I see it. You gotta sign some papers. All right. I'm gonna get kids a chance to make a layup. Come on, kids. We get one chance to make a layup. One shot. Yeah, we got one minute. We get one shot. Next up. Come on, one chance. One chance. Next up. Come on, one shot. Let me get a picture of all the kids right here with 2-5. Come on, children, we love the kids at DSU. 2-5 right here with the kids. Come on in, all the kids. Come on in with 2-5 and blue guy. Let's get it, come on. Everybody like this.
Halftime here in the Hornets' Nest. Norfolk State Spartans lead Delaware State University 38-26. Halftime here, joined alongside Chris Moore. I'm Byron Dixon. Chris, looking at some of the first half collection of events from the Onifade injury to the actual, game going back and forth to the Hornets becoming trailing from behind. What has stood out to you?
Well, DeAndre Haywood stood out, but Norfolk State really doing a good job. We've seen Delaware State really do a good job normally of controlling the tempo. Today they've been unable to. Norfolk State done a great job.
If not, we will tow it. So we need y'all to move your cars.
Well, Hornets, this game could have been a lot worse. The Hornets did fight back, but as you saw, the Hornets started to pull away or fall up behind closer in the second half. But we'll see what happens, Chris. You talked about some of the adjustments Coach Walker needs to make. Go ahead, touch on those a little bit.
Well, rebounding, as far as rebounds go, Norfolk State's done a great job. They are ahead of Delaware State there. Defending a three, Norfolk State. They've made a ton of threes, and Delaware State hasn't controlled the tempo either. So all three keys to the game, Delaware State hasn't executed. They're down 12. The only reason that's not worse than that is because DeAndre Haywood's taken over this game. As I was saying, Delaware State normally does a great job controlling the tempo and making it a half-court game. Norfolk State hasn't allowed that. They pushed the pace, made Delaware State play their game, and it's resulted in a 12-point lead. Delaware State, they got to get, first things first, I think they have to establish the tempo, get this game the way they want to play it. And one of the things I liked early was they wanted to go inside, get their big fellas the ball. We saw DeAndre Haywood, when he was attacking the basket, he was able to get inside and get looks. Joe Lewis had some looks. They need to get inside, get some of those looks. Best way to do that, get my key player, Eric Dickerson, on the floor. Let him knock down some threes and stretch the floor. He was one of their leading point getters just a couple of nights ago against Coppin State. Today, we don't see him at all in the first half. Don't really understand that one from Coach Walker. And we don't see him warming up right now, so not sure if he has an injury or something going on. But Delaware State, somebody's got to be able to knock down a three, stretch the floor. Then they can go inside to their guys like Gasevich and Joe Lewis and, Malroy. Those kind of guys, if they're able to do that, then they can slow the game down, get it in their favor, and maybe make this comeback to pull the upset. But Norfolk State, keep doing what you're doing, continue to win the tempo, push the pace, knock down the three, and force turnovers. When they do that, they're really, really hard to beat. They've done that so far, and Delaware State not good enough to play that kind of game and compete. Not with this kind of team anyway.
Well, just about ready for second half action here. We'll see what happens. I mean, this team, the Spartans, one of the best teams in the MEAC. Hornets have definitely tried to find their stride the past few games. A win here could be huge. We'll see how the crowd gets into it and see what happens.
And Norfolk State, for them, a win today would pull them in a tie at first place in the conference. So this is a big game for them. They want to be there. They don't want to lose a game that they feel like they should win. But Delaware State, this could be a big momentum booster heading into the conference tournament as we get down to the end of the regular season. A few plays here. If they can come out here with a couple of quick buckets, get it down to single digits, then there's a lot of time left to continue to make things happen and close the gap. If not, if they let Norfolk State extend the lead early, this game could get out of hand here in the second half.
They ready to cheer our DSU Hornets back on. We gonna win, ladies. Heard them? Say DSU, I thought you knew. They said that was a lie. My bad.
Second half, score Norfolk State 38, Delaware State 26.
Second half action underway here alongside Chris Moore, Byron Dixon. Taylor starts the second half with a three-point attempt. That is no good.
Good offense there from Norfolk State to get the look for Taylor, just unable to knock it down. And here's Dickerson.
Well, Chris, you got your wish. 13 points last game, one of the best players. Gets it going early on with a three. What a way to start the second half for the Hornets. He can definitely help shoot the basketball.
You said it, he can shoot, but he's also a really long player. He can defend, can really cause issues in the zone. He needs to be moving, getting off the screens, trying to get an open look from three. Had a good game against Coppin State. You want him to stay hot in this one and continue to knock down those shots.
Good point there as Haywood drives in the teeth of the Norfolk State defense for the 2 points. Hornets with a quick 5-0 run to start the second half.
And just like we talked about, quick bucket, get it into the single digits, and make Norfolk State realize that you're here to play, and you're going to make this a ball game. They're doing that right now.
Short in the baseline corner, throws it inside to Long.
And a good find there from Short. Able to find number 22, Alex Long, inside for the look. Long going to get to the line. But Delaware State doing a good job of offense. Eric Dickerson, arguably their best three-point shooter, comes out, gets a good look. And then Haywood continuing to do what he did early, attack the basket, get inside, and get the easy lay-in. Well, a contested lay-in, I should say.
First free throw is no good from Long.
Long at 6'8", a freshman. Good player, presents some issues. If he can put some mass on him, he could be a really good player for Norfolk State.
And he makes the second free throw. And we'll get a timeout here from Coach Robert Jones. Well, Chris, Hornets only down 8. Came out looking pretty well, getting Dickerson involved. But is that going to have to continue?
And Coach Jones recognizing early what's happening. I think he's going to try and look and try and get a body on Eric Dickerson. And he's also got to find somebody that can contain DeAndre Haywood. I might think about going in a man-to-man to try and slow down Haywood, put my best defender on Haywood. At the same time, now with Dickerson on the floor, you go man-to-man, Dickerson's going to be able to run, get off screens, and get the open look. Here you see Dickerson runs around the screen, a deep three, but he's a good shooter. He knocks it down. And now here again trying to run off of a screen. Taylor able to stay with him, but they go to Haywood. And Haywood able to get the mismatch, gets the lane, and gets in for the easy layup. So Delaware State, good offense here early on. Dickerson and Haywood gonna be key, try and feed off of each other. One man getting inside, one man knocking down the three. I'd also look maybe to get Joe Lewis in the game, get him down low. Now all of a sudden you got a guy attacking the basket, you got a three-point shooter, and you got a guy down low attacking in the paint with some big man post moves. That'll get you a real tough triple threat. So Delaware State, I like what I'm seeing right now on offense. Defensively, again, doing a good job. So they come out early on, doing some of the things they need to do. And Coach Jones, good job on his part to recognize it. Get the timeout, maybe make some adjustments.
Young ladies can't find a good man.
Hornets will get the ball here down 8.
Here's one thing that's new, though. Thomas not on the floor, so Morgan, the only true point guard they have on the floor right now.
As you said, Thomas and Morgan plus Haywood was a good combination of ball handlers to have on the floor against this press. Waller drives in, kicks out to Morgan. He needs that. No good.
And Morgan, man, he's a completely different player. Good hustle there from Haywood. But Morgan's a completely different player, and this offense is a completely different offense when he's knocking down the threes. Hasn't been able to do that here, but if he can really change the game for DSU.
Haywood drives in, takes the contact, and lays it in. 33-39. Haywood continuing where he left off first half.
He continues to show he's not affected by contact. Coach Jones got to find an adjustment to keep Haywood from driving, and a walk called. Delaware State going to get it back.
Hornets come out playing great defense, forcing a turnover there.
Norfolk State trying to get each other going, get back into this game mentally, but DeAndre Haywood has really taken them out of it.
And Waller, three, no good. That won't help the leading Mia percentage in threes.
And a good job from Delaware State to get all 5 bodies back on defense.
Great job there by Mallory, just checked in. And it's going to be a Hornet ball, foul on the Spartans.
And that's a great job from Devon Mallory to go up strong against 2 Norfolk State interior players and come away with the board anyway. Results in a foul on Norfolk State. But that's a great job there by Delaware State to get back on defense, and Devon able to go up strong for the rebound. But Delaware State got some shooters and has Haywood in to be able to take the ball to the basket. I like what Delaware State has going here right now.
Mallory swings it over to Dickerson. Has a foul called on Taylor.
Foul on number 4, Deshaun Taylor. Personal foul number 4. Team foul number 2.
And that's Deshaun Taylor's 4th foul. He's going to have to sit for a while now. And he was big in their early run, knocking down some of those threes, getting a mid-range jumper. He was big for them early.
So 17 minutes remaining. Hornets trail 39-33. Morgan, can he get one? No. Mallory playing amongst the trees with the rebound. Has it blocked away, stays with it. Gets it out. Dickerson fakes it. Haywood for three. This crowd will go wild if he makes it. No, but Dickerson fighting for it there. Gets it back and draws a foul. And before you know it, the Spartan team's going to be in the bonus already.
And a long rebound there off the Haywood shot. Good job from Dickerson to recognize it and come back strong to get it. Delaware State, and a good job there by Devon. Great job getting position and getting the offensive board. Del State had a couple of open looks, just got to make them. And Devin Morgan, it's a tough balance. You want him to be able to take shots and try and make them, try and find his looks, but at the same time, he's not making them right now.
Dickerson fakes, takes the long. They're going to call it a three. It's good. Eric Dickerson again, Chris, showing he's got range as soon as he steps in the gym.
And sparking this team right now with a couple of threes. He's stretching Norfolk State zone. Delaware State able to move the ball a lot better. And Dickerson making things happen for Delaware State. That's why he was my key player. He can do a lot of things for you with his size and ability to stretch the floor.
Oliver in the corner, pushes off Waller, no call. And a foul be called, bailed out.
And absolutely, you could see Devon rubbing his face. It looked like there was an elbow trying to get some separation there, but no call.
Hornets only down 3 free throws pending, Chris, but putting Dickerson in has helped this offense create some separation.
And it's tough now for Coach Walker because you got to get some of these guys some rest, but it looks like DeAndre Haywood's here to stay. I think he's going to be on the floor the entire second half, assuming that this game doesn't get away from either team. Haywood looks like he's going to have to be the warrior man and be out there for all 40 minutes. Well, not all 40. He didn't start, but
Oliver makes those free throws, extends the Spartan lead to 5, 41-36. Press from the Spartans here. Opponents do a good job getting it past half court. 20 on the clock still to set up their offense.
they're going to go to Haywood in the middle of the zone and let him attack from there. And it looks like it's going to be a block call.
And another foul on Norfolk State.
Media timeout.
Well, Chris, Hornets only down 5. So, Chris, they're playing well. You got to like what Coach Walker's done outside of the halftime adjustments.
They've come out in this second half and done a great job. Eric Dickerson on. He's obviously made an immediate difference. And they're doing a good job. This is a half-court game now. They've done exactly what they needed to do. Slowed down Norfolk State by making shots on the offensive end. They're not turning the ball over. That's been key as well. They're doing everything well right now. It's got them back within 5. The only thing I'm worried about is getting some of these guys rest. I think you got to bring in maybe Todd Hughes for Haywood. Get him a quick break here. Hughes is a similar player to Haywood. Can drive, can score around the basket. I would think about getting Hughes in to get Haywood a quick break. But Dickerson's a guy I think you got to keep on the floor. And we saw Khalid Thomas, he came in. Give him an opportunity to come in and give Morgan a break. 2 key players right now. Give them a bit of a rest. Waller's another one. He's been on the floor a while. So I'm worried about fatigue for Delaware State in that aspect of it. But as long as it's in a half-court game, they can control that fatigue. You're not working as hard. You're doing things in a half court, less running up and down the floor. But it looks like they're going to stay with the same lineup, which as long as your players tell you they're okay and continue to show you that they're okay with the way they play, I guess you stick with them if you're Coach Walker.
Hornets ball goes right to Waller. What a play out of the timeout there.
Good find there from Dickerson. Got it right into Waller. Norfolk State fell asleep. Waller had the easy look.
Hornets trail by 3.
And a good call there. Haywood coming down for the ball as Oliver drove out of the trap and caught him on the face.
Oliver inbound for the Spartans as they look to get it going.
But a one-possession game here for Delaware State. They're in Norfolk State's head right now. Norfolk State looking dazed and confused with the way this game's occurred in the second half.
And I think they showed if Norfolk State has to score in the half court, they have trouble at times. Robinson floats it up, no good. Tried to be tipped in, and it's going to be bought out. Oliver, he'll just take it himself. Barely grazes rim.
There's no question Norfolk State wants to run, and when they can't, we've seen it. They've struggled on offense, and they've really struggled here in the second half. So Delaware State got to keep doing it, and they've done a great job not turning the ball over, and that's what's allowed them to get it into a half-court game.
41-38, Hornets with the 3 can tie the game up with 7 on the clock. Waller, 3, tie game, right on cue. Kavon Waller, 41 all. We didn't see this coming after they were down by as much as double digits in the early part of the game.
Here come the Hornets, man. They're doing a great job on offense, knocking down threes, playing great defense, active in the zone, and really making this their kind of game. And Norfolk State just took one to the chin. They got to respond here before Delaware State can take the lead.
A tie game and a foul that was a little questionable, but it'll put the Spartans at the line. Oliver heads to the line for 2 shots. Haywood, the high man for the Hornets with 13.
But nonetheless, shot clock was down to 7 seconds there. Another good defensive possession by Delaware State. Just bailed him out with a foul.
Second one's no good by Oliver. Spartans lead by 1.
Chance for Del State to get their first lead.
Dickerson, a cross-court pass, and he'll get it to Morgan. We're at 13:55 remaining.
And Norfolk State now in a man-to-man defense.
Haywood setting the screen for Morgan. Haywood, spin cycle. Dickerson wanted to shoot that. He's going to step back and pull it from way downtown. Shot clock violation.
And I think the man-to-man defense there threw Delaware State off really quick. Haywood, they had Dickerson open. Haywood just up in the air. A tough pass. It was a little soft and low. Dickerson couldn't catch it and shoot it the way he wanted to. Forced to throw up a bad one at the end of the shot clock.
Wade drives. Robinson swings it over to Oliver.
And just too much passing there from Norfolk State. Multiple guys had open looks, and they continue to pass it. A lot of time we talk about passing up good shot for great shot. They passed up good shots for bad shots there.
Hornets need to get the ball past half court. Waller steps up. Bounce pass into Mallory, who finishes with the reverse. What a way to break a press there. And the Hornets have their first lead of the game, Chris.
And Norfolk State went to the press, trying to get it back in the up-tempo. Delaware State beat it and got the easy bucket.
Morgan hounding defense.
But their activity in the zone here in the second half has been outstanding. Norfolk State just has not been able to figure it out.
He traveled, and they're going to call it. Bungie on the travel. Hornets doing a good job forcing some turnovers too, Chris.
Their activity in the zone, they have not allowed anything inside from Norfolk State. Delaware State, really great job from Morgan and Haywood at the top of the zone. They've taken this momentum, and they're running with it right now. They're doing everything right. Everything that Norfolk State did in the first half, Delaware State has combated it, made it their game, and it's got them ahead.
Hornets keeping the momentum going. Waller again with the 3, and they'll get free throws as well as Haywood was fouled. Waller, how about that three-point percentage, Chris?
Oliver, Waller, we talked about it. One of the top three-point shooters in the MEAC. But if we can get a replay of it, you'll see Oliver. I don't know what he was doing. Was just driving through Haywood. You see it there. Was just head first into Haywood and pushed him onto the ground. Waller makes a three, so Del State's going to get the ball along with their 4-point lead. Norfolk State, again, they've been knocked to the canvas right now and do not have an answer for what Delaware State's doing to them. Coach Jones got to think about getting a timeout here.
Say the score again. We got time. Say the score again. This time, say it with your chest. Okay, I'll say it. Here's the score. Delaware State 46, Norfolk State 42.
As we wait for the inbound pass from Dickerson. Dickerson throws it out to Waller. Fresh 30. And the Hornets will try to add to their 4-point lead.
And Delaware State done a great job in the half court. It's been more than Haywood in the second half. Waller's gotten looks. No, Dickerson's made some shots.
Haywood shot just a bit too strong there, not a friendly roll.
And Devon Malroy, a guy we haven't talked about a lot, but he's done a great job manning the middle of that zone, not allowing any inside passes. He's protected the rim and takes a charge.
Great job there by Waller taking the charge.
It was Waller or Mallory. Both of them really were there to take the charge. But the activity at this zone has been outstanding. They're getting in front of Norfolk State, and it's got them ahead here at the media timeout.
Well, let's get a look here at that. And great job by both Mallory and Waller, as you said, taking the charge, doing the little things. And Mallory has done that kind of in on a Friday's absence, doing a good job. A freshman, size, went to your high school. I mean, he's got the makeup to be pretty good.
Well, you talk about doing the little things. Devon's done the little things. But this team, Delaware State in the second half, they've done the little things, the big things, everything in between. They've been outstanding in the second half. Coach Walker deserves a lot of credit for the adjustments he made in the second half to find this lineup. It sparked this team, and Norfolk State has yet to find an answer for it. They cannot get the tempo back in their favor. They have not been able to score against the 2-3 zone that Delaware State's employed, and they've not been able to stop Delaware State with Dickerson stretching the floor, Haywood attacking the basket, Waller knocking down threes, Morgan setting guys up, Malroy getting rebounds. Everybody contributed. They found their niche. We talked, one of the biggest sayings in the world, fit in where you get in. Delaware State has found where they get in, and they're fitting in right now. Got a 4-point lead. This has been an excellent lineup that Coach Walker's found. Not sure how much we've seen it this season, but these guys all know their role right now, contributing. This is a lineup that can win a lot of games for Delaware State. And this is a big find for Coach Walker as we head down to the end of the season going into the MEAC tournament.
Hornets up by 4. They'll get the ball back. Coach Walker's going to stick with that same 5 that's got him to this lead. Haywood leans in, takes the bump. Could have got a foul, but he converts again. DeAndre Haywood, ladies and gentlemen.
Haywood has been a grown man. Every time he's gone to the basket, he's gone up strong. He's not allowed contact to impede him. And he hasn't really had a lot of foul calls on the drive, and there's a travel.
And Haywood doing it not only on the offensive end, but defensive end there. And another turnover by the Spartans, and their offense is just, it doesn't look like the same offense we saw in the first half.
And a 6-point lead. This lead continues to grow. But the thing you love about Delaware State is they've just chipped away. This hasn't really been a quick, big run. It's just been slow, methodical, good play from them, and it's got them out in front.
Pass knocked away. It's going to go off on Mallory and go back to the Spartans.
Waller went up there, maybe trying to do a little too much. Malroy wasn't ready for the pass. It results in a turnover. One of the first ones we've seen in this second half for Delaware State, nearly halfway through it.
And it's going to be a push called on the Hornets.
I didn't see the push there, but nonetheless, Delaware State can reset the 2-3 zone and continue to be active. As here you see it, Oliver come through, and I didn't see a push.
Shot no good there by the Spartans. Gonna go out to Kelly for the 3, no good.
Norfolk State cannot buy a basket right now. They've just gotten completely out of their rhythm. Nothing has come for them in transition. They've got nothing easy in this second half.
This time we got traveled by the Spartans, so right back at you. It'll go back to the Hornets.
And there's the offense, just no spacing. Wade attacks and runs into his own teammate, gets a travel. They've just been out of sync, out of sorts in every shape of the form here in this second half. So Delaware State been outstanding. And Jeff Stewart, one of their energy guys, going to come on the floor, try and bring them a spark, do something for Norfolk State, because they're down 6.
They need to find something, as you said, especially a spark offensively. And that's not going to help out the Hornets there. 48-42 still the score, 10:29 remaining.
And Waller just wanted to get the ball at the top of the key, as here's Norfolk State trying to run. Trying to find any way to get this tempo back in their favor.
Kelly drives in, and there was a well-needed bucket for the Spartans. Hornets up by 4. Haywood drives right. Morgan swings it to Dickerson for 3. Nothing but net. Eric Dickerson. Chris, there's your impact player showing up when you needed him most.
And if you leave him open, he's going to knock him down. Morgan, a great job to find him. And Dickerson, not afraid, doesn't care how far behind the line he is. He's going to take it and make it.
Banner tries to match that. No good. And Butler's foul.
And there, another foul called on Dickerson. I thought he got a lot of ball. Might have been calling the body. But Dickerson, just 2 fouls, and that has been one of the benefits of him not playing in the first half. Hasn't had to worry about foul trouble. He can come out and play as aggressive and as loose as he wants to here in the second half.
Makes the first one.
As here to replay, you see the ball movement. Haywood able to go across the court to Morgan. Morgan makes the extra pass to Dickerson, and he knocks it down from way deep.
Textbook offense, that's against his own. Butler makes both.
Butler, after missing those first 2, he's been really, really good at the line since then.
Norfolk State will come on the press. Dickerson gets it over to Morgan.
The intensity of Norfolk State's press has really kind of decreased. Haven't really forced turnovers because they haven't really been too active in it. Delaware State's had no trouble beating it here in the second half.
8 on the shot clock. Hornets got to get going. Haywood drives. Morgan. Dickerson with 4. He's going to get it to Haywood. Throws it up, and it's going to be a shot clock violation. Now they get possession here by the Hornets.
And just a lot of side-to-side passing there. You're not going to get open looks just passing side to side. You might open some lanes, but if you don't drive, it's not going to work.
Hornets playing aggressive defense, trapping every time Norfolk State gets it in the corner. 3-pointer there by Short, no good. He's ice cold.
And that activity in the zone continues there. They trap. They've just done a lot of things. Nobody's sitting there watching. They're moving, arms out, not covering the passing lanes. Really haven't allowed anything easy for Norfolk State here in the second half.
Morgan, he needs this one. He's got it. 3-pointer, Devin Morgan.
And he hit a couple of big threes in their win a week ago over UMES that sparked the team. There's a big one, and we talked about it. This team is completely different when he's knocking them down from the outside. There's a big one.
Showing that if he can make those shots, it helps his team win. Short drives.
They got a long, they got a short, team foul, number 7. They got a big and tall as well. To the line for
Spartan's going to be in the bonus now.
Jeff Short.
Short will head to the line.
But Norfolk State's made nothing from the outside.
Short makes the first.
They were really good in the first half from beyond the arc. As we see the first sub here, the second half, Tim going to come in for Waller. But Norfolk State's just not been able to buy anything from the outside.
And our team will check back in, and Jason Owens as well. Give Waller a quick rest. Morgan drives. Dickinson giving valuable minutes for the Hornets as he did against the win against Coppin. Mallory drives. Throws it up. Knocked away. Just going to go over to Spartans after the immediate timeout. Well, Chris, Hornets are playing a better game here in the second half. A lot better game. What has stood out to you?
Well, they did the same thing in the second half against UMES. Really turned things up in the zone in the second half. They've done it again today, and that's really made Norfolk State uncomfortable. They've turned it into a half-court game, which is exactly what they needed to do. And they are really, really good at making you play their game. South Carolina State, another one of the really up-tempo teams in the game in the conference. Delaware State lost that game, but it was a half-court game. It was exactly what they wanted it to be. It's the same thing today. Norfolk State early on was able to turn up the pressure and get out and run. And it got them out in front. Not in the second half, Delaware State's come out, not turned the ball over, and been really, really active and really good in the zone, been smart, been disciplined, and they've knocked down threes, and that's been huge for them. They've made their threes, Norfolk State hasn't in the second half, so they're up 7, and we're getting down to the wire. So Delaware State, continue the intensity, continue to play well in the zone. And this lineup's been great. I think Tim's going to be in. Owen's going to come on for Mallory. So they're going to get some guys some rest. But Delaware State done a great job. So we'll see what this new lineup brings if they can hold the lead.
Let's see what happens here. Spartans with the ball. 47-54. We approach 7 minutes. And we got a push already. Offensive foul.
And
the Spartans seem to be unraveling right before our eyes here, Chris.
So Delaware State is in the bonus now in the 1-and-1. They're not going to get the 1-and-1 there because they were off the ball, but nonetheless, the defense continuing activity in the 2-3 zones, causing all kinds of problems for Norfolk State.
Great offense there. Give and go, and Haywood is down. He was blocked. And the question in Norfolk State is presented, why did they stop play, even though a player is down?
Yeah, that's a play a lot of the times that they let go and wait for the next stoppage or the next change of possession or something. But Jordan Butler, again, big body guy, goes up, gets the block, and another Delaware State player down as a result of it. But Haywood has been great in this game. They need him to get up. I would get him on the bench, get him a rest, and get Todd Hughes in this game. That's a wrist injury to his left hand is what it looks like. Haywood being a lefty, that could play a factor in this game. Haywood, you'd like for him to work it out. Hopefully it's going to be okay.
And Razor check in for Haywood. So you got shooting on the floor, Razor and Dickerson with Morgan. Let's see how long Haywood goes down. As he does, he was knocked down, but looks like he'll be okay.
So Norfolk State now going to have to go to work in the half court. Probably one of the biggest reasons they were so upset that play was stopped there is because they finally had a chance to get transition points and get a 5-on-4.
An offensive foul call, so the Horns doing the little things, as you said. Taking charges, diving for loose balls, trapping in the corner, getting the jump ball possession going their way.
And the zone, that's another example of it giving fits to Norfolk State. They've got a guy right down there, right under the basket. Even when Norfolk State gets cutters, gets somebody to drive near the basket, somebody there to take the foul. As you see right here.
Norfolk State will try to
goes
force
back.
DSU to commit some turnovers here.
And there it is, Owen just there and set and in position.
Without Haywood, let's see who scores for the Hornets here. Owens, he can make that shot, a little off. Vakali in the rebound. Razor gets it, no good, and a foul call. It'll be Hornets ball. Excuse me, to go back to Norfolk State.
And not too in love with the offensive possession there from Delaware State. But Dana Razor on the floor, so you got two guys that can really shoot it, can really stretch the floor. Take advantage of that, try and work outside in. Tim there with the take, and it results in a lackluster possession for Delaware State. And Norfolk State now going to get an opportunity to cut into the lead again.
First free throw is no good, a one-on-one, but rebounded by Butler, who had it knocked away by Owens. And Owens is going to get a tech. And a tech on Kelly. Everybody gets a tech, Chris.
And this ref been quite tech happy today. He was earlier. And there's two probably unnecessary technicals. You don't like to see that. This has been a really good game. Both teams played strong basketball here in the second half. And for a ref called two really kind of soft technicals to me, weren't necessary. It's an example of what looks like a ref trying to make this game about himself and not the players. It's about the players. It's not about you. Let the guys play. Let them celebrate. Let them be excited. And this ref just not allowing that, and I'm not a fan of that. But both of them, we saw our one earlier that maybe wasn't necessary, and he calls two here now. So he's consistent. That's what he is. You cannot be in the face of other players right now if you're both Norfolk State and Delaware State.
The Waller will check back in.
So we're not going to, doesn't look like we're going to see any free throws here. Not sure if the technicals were taken away or what the case might have been there.
Hornets lead 54-47, whereas 6:30 remaining. Morgan crosses, drives, and finishes. What a move there by the freshman. Short goes back the other way, throws it up and in. Tough bucket there by Short.
And there's finally a quick bucket for Norfolk State. They're finally able to get one there.
And they turn the ball over.
And that's one flaw for Dickerson here against this press. Dickerson, not a great ball handler, so if nobody's open, nobody's moving for him to pass. He's not a great dribbler to be able to get the ball off the floor. And there's an example of the press working.
And Haywood will check in. Looks like he's all right. And it'll be a 1-1 for Butler. First free throw's no good. It's 2 shots, excuse me.
And so with the next foul, both teams are going to be in the double bonus. Norfolk State already is.
Butler makes the second one. Bacaline checks up.
And Delaware State was trying to get Haywood on the run out. Waller didn't see it. Now just trying to get the ball up the floor and run some half-court offense.
Waller drives, fakes, and is fouled before the shot was blocked.
And a foul, I think that was before the shot, but nonetheless, it's going to be 2 shots anyway with both teams in the double bonus. But the man-to-man with the shooters, Waller and Dickerson, Delaware State going to try and get a lot of pick and pops. They tried it there. Waller couldn't control the pass, but instead with the take, gets a foul call.
Waller makes the first.
But just under 6 minutes to go, I think Coach Walker knows this is his 5, and he's going to stick to him the rest of the game and let him take them home. They've done a great job turning this game around for Delaware State.
Second one's no good. Hornets still lead by 7, as you said, Chris. 6 minutes remaining. Hornets still in that zone. Quickly closing out and causing the trap. Robinson, shot is up, no good. Haywood skies in for the rebound.
And another long-range shot. Norfolk State not able to knock down.
Hornets want to kill some clock here, up 7. Get a best shot possible. Mallory walk.
A little bit of miscommunication there. Mallory thought Haywood was going one way, he went the other. Results in a travel.
Spartans looking to get something going offensively, draw the foul. So it'll be 2 shots here for both teams for the rest of the stretch.
So this was still over 5 minutes to go. Both teams being in the double bonus. It's getting a little chippy, a little physical. This could come down to a free throw contest. Who's able to knock them down?
As Short makes the first one.
Delaware State 57, Norfolk State 52.
5 minutes remaining. Hornets had an opportunity and Mallory threw it away. What do you think about that one?
Had it, and he's going to come off the floor now. Kind of losing a little bit mentally here late in the game. But that's a freshman making a freshman mistake. You have the open lane, take it, and then maybe try and get the easy dish there instead of trying to force a pass that was low and results in a turnover. And you're letting Norfolk State back in the game with a couple of turnovers now.
And Lewis will check back in. And it's wide open underneath. No defense there for the Hornets as Deshaun Taylor dunks it and slams it home. Hornets only lead by 3 now, Chris.
Norfolk State back with the intensity in this full court press, not going man to man. they've turned it up. Delaware State got to stay relaxed, continue to do what you've been doing.
Waller, 3, no good. In and out. Lewis fighting for it. That's going to be over the back on Lewis.
And I don't see how that's an over the back. Got a player jumping back into him trying to get the rebound.
He didn't even jump. He just
No,
stood there.
I don't understand. There's been a lot of calls I haven't understood today, but they've been consistent. They're calling a lot. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know, but this really is going to be a free throw shooting contest, it looks like.
Speaking of free throws, that one is good. Butler makes it. Got a lane violation on Butler.
I mean, there it is. If you play it back, you'll see Lewis just going straight up, and he's got a guy jumping back into him. I mean, there it is. He goes straight up, and a guy jumps back into him, Jordan Butler, and they get the call.
Hornets lead by 2, 4:30 remaining in the second half here.
And then there's probably a push on Morgan that they don't call. Just inconsistencies here from the refs late.
And a foul called.
And another foul called.
So it'll be 2 free throws.
Foul on number 10, Jeff Short. Personal foul number 4. Spartans are in the bonus. 2 on for 2 shots. Come on, Waller.
This is not really a pretty end to a game that was really good up to this point.
Waller makes the first one. And Waller makes them both. Hornets lead 59-55.
And now there you're able to get the bucket. Now they can employ the 2-3 zone. Got to stay active in it.
And a foul the other way, so I guess they're starting to balance each other out on both sides.
I mean, this is unbelievable. I don't remember the last time I've seen this many foul calls in a basketball game.
Hornets are in the bonus. To the line for 2 shots, Jeff Short.
Free throw from Short is good. And Short's fired up about that one. Short makes them both. And the Spartans trail by 2, 59-57. And Coach Walker called a timeout. Well, Chris heading to this timeout up 2. What do the Hornets have to do here?
Well, it's tough to say. We've had so many foul calls. You just got to be careful on the defensive end, but you don't want to give up easy buckets trying not to foul. I think you continue to play the way you played, and you got to make your free throws. For both teams, it's really going to be about who makes their free throws down the stretch, because both teams going to be in the double bonus. So it just looks like it's going to be that kind of finish to what's been a really good game. So if you're Delaware State, make your free throws most importantly, and try and defend without fouling as best you can. And don't allow second chance opportunities for Norfolk State. The longer Norfolk State has the ball, the more likely you are to have a foul called on you. And that's going to result in 2 free throws. So you got to finish possessions and continue to try and run good offense. Eric Dickerson, we saw not in the lineup there. I think you got to get some of your best free throw shooters out and try and go about it that way. Attack the basket and get to the free throw line and make them.
Well, the Hornets lead by 2. They fought and clawed their way back to this game, and now you see the Spartans doing the same thing. But a lot of fouls, a lot of inconsistencies on the refereeing, and it's sad to see a game like this, you said, decided by fouls that sometimes aren't the right call.
And you can see it with the players. And players never think they commit a foul. But, I mean, this is a lot of times, a lot of these calls have just, come out of nowhere. There's been contact, and so the refs have called a foul. And I'm just not sure that they've done the best job that they could today.
Hornets with 10 on the clock, looking for something. Down to 6 with 5. Haywood goes behind the back, goes up. Not a good possession out of the timeout.
And Delaware State not even able to get to the three-point line there, just not good offense.
Short wants the ball, gets it, fires, 3, no good. Wade rebounds it, goes up, tries to get it in, and it rolls out. Lewis with the rebound.
And a good job there by Lewis to go straight up, make sure that there was not going to be a call there. He made it clear he was straight up. Used his size to distract the shot, again, and then goes up and gets the rebound.
We're approaching 3 minutes remaining in the second half. Haywood has 5. Waller, they need this. It's good. Devon Waller sends the Hornet lead 61-57 with 2:52 remaining, Chris.
Only a 2, but still a big shot there to get some late offense. Use the shot clock and then make the basket.
Taylor turns, fires, no good. Fights for the rebound, gets it back. Taylor under the basket, has short, wide open, kicks it out. Three-pointer is up, no good there by Robinson. Butler with the rebound, and a charge is called.
We got the refs talking about something.
Let's see what they do here. As you said, Chris, they are confirmed.
I thought it was the right call, but I'm not sure if Waller's foot was on the line. Might be what they're discussing if he's in the restricted area.
They're going to call that a
And there you go. They call him into the restricted area.
How many times do you see that, Chris?
Well, here we go. We got it coming back. But you appreciate at least refs coming together, trying to get the right call. Here we go. We've got it right here. Waller wasn't in the restricted area.
Well, the refs are actually looking it over replay-wise here to see what the call will be. And we'll see what happens.
And hopefully Delaware State they're gonna make the right call here, because there's no way his feet were in the restricted area there. There's no way. But poor job there from Delaware State on that possession, allowing the extra possessions for Norfolk State. Norfolk State, Deshaun Taylor more specifically, doing a good job attacking the rebounds and grabbing a couple of boards. Back on the floor despite his 4 fouls. They need him right now. So the ref's going to look it over, hopefully get the right call, and it should be a charging. It's going to be Delaware State. You see Delaware State players showing emotion. There's a charge. So they go over it.
Looks like they're going to keep it with the block. Or they're going to keep it the same, so the Hornets will get the ball.
Well, it depends on what you want to call keeping the same. They go back to the initial call, but they did change it at first. So, and now talking again, I don't know what they're talking about now. You go to the monitor, you make the call, but now we inbound and let's play basketball. I don't understand what's going on.
And they're still waiting to see what the call is going to be.
But now more conversation from the refs. I mean, they're just slowing this game down, taking these kids out of their rhythm. This game's about the players, but it hasn't been today. It's been a lot about the refs.
And Hornets have the ball. At the end of that, Hornets still have the ball. But hey, we're approaching 2 minutes remaining. Hornets lead 61-57. Taylor gambled on the pass there, didn't get it. 10 on the clock for the Hornets.
But now time to go. Got to go. Under 10 to go in the shot clock.
with 5 with 2 minutes remaining. Morgan, three-pointer, no good. Hughes, what a rebound there. And he's fouled, so he'll get 2 free throws.
Todd Hughes, great job getting a rebound. Now he's going to go to the line with under 2 minutes to go. A chance to make this a 6-point game for Delaware State. They've done a great job not getting discouraged. And you've seen more emotion from Norfolk State out of these calls than you have from Delaware State. They've done a good job not being affected by it.
Hughes makes the first, ice cold, needed that one.
All right, let's get those hands up, spear fingers, spear hands.
And the double bonus has really been a huge factor in this basketball game.
Hughes misses the second one. Hornets lead by 5. We approach 1:45 remaining in regulation. Spartans looking for a bucket. Short throws it up, no good. Waller with the rebound.
And Jeff Short, you can see, is an emotional player and really wants the ball, wants to try and take over this game, but not a good shot there. A runner from 18 feet or so, not a good look.
1:20 remaining. Haywood's the guy the Hornets want with the ball in their hands. And looks like we're going to get a out of bounds call.
If you're Delaware State, it's about defense right now. Continue the defensive effort. Continue to be active in the 2-3 zone. Make everything difficult for Norfolk State. And again, try to defend without fouling.
Short, 3, got it. Hornets lead by 2, and this game's far from over, Chris.
Good defense there from Haywood, just a better shot from Short. And Delaware State, good defense there, but better execution on offense. 2-point game, 1:10 to go. We're in crunch time now, it's official. And it's tough to say what we're going to see down the stretch because the refs have really been a wild card and they've been a big factor in this game. But if you're the players right now, for both teams, it's about playing defense, controlling, trying to, if you're Delaware State's trying to run the clock, trying to get deep in possessions. If I'm Delaware State, it's only a 2-point game. I gotta make offense happen. I gotta try and score no matter how much time's left on the clock. And for Norfolk State, try and force turnovers and try and get out in transition. That's where they're at their best. If they can get out in transition in these last minute or so, a minute and 10 seconds, they can make it their game and really get Delaware State on their heels. But Delaware State, to me, it's not about running the clock down right now. It's about getting a couple baskets and winning this basketball game.
Hornets lead 62-60. They've come back in this game, Chris, and this team all year, they've shown ways to win. Whether they've been up big or down big, they found ways to definitely get it done.
And it's no matter what happens in this game, you'd love to come out with a win. Now, obviously, nothing's going to be a better result for them than a win. But Norfolk State's one of the best teams in the conference, and right here you are, up 2 points with 1:10 to go. We saw them against South Carolina State, another one of the best teams in the conference. Made them play their game. So Delaware State showing they can make you play their game, and they're getting better here as the end of the season comes along. And now winning at their style of game.
As the ball's knocked right over here near us. With a minute remaining, Hornets lead by 2. Spartans need a stop here. Let's see what the Hornets do offensively. We'll definitely probably see Haywood involved in this play in some sort of fashion.
And Haywood, since that wrist injury, really hasn't done too much on offense. Really have to think that that's been a factor for him.
Spartans still staying in their zone. 8 on the shot clock. They need to make a move. Lewis is wide open inside. 5 on the clock. Lewis using that size. And there's going to be an offensive foul call. And he did just lower his shoulder there. And Norfolk State sold it well as well. As big as he is, anytime somebody flops, he's going to go against him just because of the size of the individual.
Here you got the replay. Lewis. That's That's one of those in-betweeners. Lewis went into him pretty hard with the shoulder, so I think it was the right call. Probably was a charge. And now they're going to bring Mallory back in on the defensive side to anchor the zone, get in the middle, and not allow anything easy at the bucket. Delaware State got to stay active.
2 seconds remaining. Need a stop here. Game far from over. Crowd rise to their feet and get a chance of defense. Hornets will come back in this game. A win like this will definitely help and get them 3 in a row against 3 quality opponents. With 15 on the shot clock, Spartans looking for something inside. And it's going to be a foul called. And as you said, Chris, this game is coming down to those fouls and those free throws. And Jordan Butler will head to the line again. And this game is to be tied, as we'll get Eric Dickerson checked back in, and just in case, 4 opponents can get the last shot.
And if you're Coach Walker, I think, or Waller, Waller fouls out. So I think you're counting on Butler to make both of these free throws. And then you hold for the last shot and go to overtime if you have to. But
the crowd's going to rise
right
up
now.
for this one. First free throw is good. Game comes down to so much, and a lot of times we forget about the little things like free throws, and this is it right here.
If you're Delaware State right now, the worst possible outcome has to be this game go to overtime.
Butler, second free throw can tie this game with 22 seconds remaining. Crowd noise. They need this one. He makes both. He made them both. Hornets are not going to call a timeout. They're holding for the last shot. As you hear Coach Walker put a 1 up. They want the last shot.
They go to Haywood, your best player.
Haywood with 10. Chance to win the game with a bucket here. Met by 3 Norfolk State defenders. Morgan, shot is good. 3-pointer with 5.2.
Norfolk State going to get outrun.
What a shot. Norfolk State the other way with .1. Foot was on the line. That's a 2-pointer.
That's a 2-pointer.
They'll look it over. They'll review it. That was a 2-pointer, though.
Delaware State's going to win this game on a big-time shot from Devin Morgan, the freshman.
What a way to win, Chris. Not the best shot you look for, but a win is all the numbers you care about.
And he's not even your best shooter. He just comes out and makes a big-time shot. But now, there's still a 1/10 of a second. Delaware State, you got to get this inbound in. All they have to do is get the inbound in, and it's over. Only thing that can happen is a 5-second violation. But Delaware State looks like they're going to win this basketball game on a big-time shot from Devin Morgan. You see the replay without question. Deshaun Taylor's foot was on the line. Not even close. Devin Morgan, big-time shots against UMES a week ago, and now here he is today, the biggest shot of the game and of his young career.
Hornets will win this game, Chris.
And this crowd is alive and well. Delaware State's going to pull the upset.
With .1 left. They'll put .2 on the clock. Hornets lead 65-64. Still .2 on the clock.
Here's the inbound. You just can't get a 5-second violation. All you have to do is throw it at somebody. It's going to hit them, and the clock's going to go run out.
Norfolk State 64, Delaware State University 65.
And one of the things you got to be aware of if you're Dickerson, if anybody in front of you has their back to you, throw it at them. That's going to start the clock, it's going to run out, and the game's going to be over. I doubt that Norfolk State will have anybody on the inbounder, but I'm not sure. Maybe you'd like to retract the inbounder.
Well, the Hornets are going to move to 7-20, 5-7 in the MEAT, and a technical foul call, and the Hornets will have a chance here if he wants just to miss intentionally in the game.
Well, if he makes them both, it's officially over. Because even if you get a 5-second, there's not enough time to shoot a 3. So if he makes this, it's over. There's no chance for Norfolk State. That's it.
And he makes both.
We got to play the playoffs.
And if you're Delaware State, you got to get out of there. You won. It's over. Get out and go home with a win. Now you start getting a technical. You give them a couple opportunities. It's just not smart. The game's over. You won. You won. Like, what are you doing? There's no excuse for Todd Hughes to do what he just did. I know he's a sophomore. I know he's got things to learn. But you played basketball for a long time. You won. It's over. There's no need to do that.
Well, the crowd is having a good time with this, but as you said, no excuse for that. I mean, game's over. You go home, enjoy the win.
Exactly. You can have all the fun you want tonight. And you see this crowd, they want to have fun. But incidents like that are going to allow, now you're going to have some technical free throws. And if you call it, here's a possibility, okay? We're going to have two technicals. One's going to be on Hughes, one's going to be on Short. Haywood was over in the face of Short afterwards. If you get two technicals
I don't know if we have the replay in the truck, but I wanted to see what happened because, as you said, Hughes was in the guy's face.
We turn and there's two guys squared up. I don't care if a guy hits you. You run away. I know it's not the manly thing to do, but you run away and you point at the scoreboard. That's all you have to do. So, again, we talked about it. This has been boiling for a while. A lot of frustration with the way the refs have called the game. A lot of physicality. So this was boiling for a while, and Delaware State put the game away, and I'm sure words were exchanged between both teams. But now you're going to get some – there's no doubt we're going to see more technical free throw shots. And this game still could be up in the air. So you don't like to see this end the way it is. But one situation the refs could do.
Just call the game.
Yeah, if you call a technical like 1-and-1, just call the game.
Call the game over.
And go home.
And now you see Coach Robert Jones in the face of public safety. And now you see more public safety coming over.
Yep.
And Arena's lips, he said, get out my face, to put it in family terms.
Well, Coach Jones is upset with a lot of the way this game's been officiated. And it boils over when you're on the road. You have the crowd into it. We have our DJ playing music. We got our hype man out here, talking about how we won the game. So everything boils over for a coach. And we know the refs have frustrated both coaches. And so when you're going to be the losing coach, things just boil over to a point. And it might have boiled over for Short as well, Jeff Short. It might have said something he didn't need to say, but we didn't like the way the refs officiated and the way this game was coming down to it. And again, that's another way this game should be over already. The Hornets should be celebrating a win. But the refs doing what they need to do, and I'm not going to fault them for this. Diligently looking over what just happened and trying to get the right calls. But, Coach Walker, you can see him right now talking to Todd Hughes. And there's just no excuse for what just happened. I don't care if you get punched in the back of the head. You run away, and you run away pointing at the scoreboard. You can do that.
Right.
But you cannot respond the way he responded. So the ref's done looking at the monitor, going to talk it over.
For making it out to today's game. We appreciate you guys much. Also, forget they got the old school. The DSU Alumni Cabaret. March 19th.
Well, Chris, like I said, the Hornets have this game pretty much over, especially after the technical free throws from Morgan. No need for the extra stuff, but we're waiting for the refs. As you said, they're just diligently doing their job.
Yeah, the only thing that I worry about is that you get two technicals on Delaware State and only one on Norfolk State. And then Norfolk State's got a chance maybe to draw up an inbound, for an alley-oop or something. So that's a concern, and it's just a result of not being aware, you know. But that's not something you see a lot. I don't know that we're going to see that. It's tough to tell with these refs what they're going to call. So we're going to see what happens.
Well, my ESPN app is telling me that the game's over, 65-64.
I wish it was.
I don't know what that means, but I'm going to go with that.
It's already 67-64, so
Right.
we know that's not right.
Right. So,
Right.
I mean, we'll see what happens. But
Yeah, absolutely.
as you said, Chris, I mean, they can call this game. I mean, you don't want it to get like this. And
I definitely think that's what they should do. If you get one technical each, call the game. Let's go home before anything else happens unnecessary.
that's right.
But the only thing bad that can happen for Delaware State is if you get uneven technicals and it goes against you.
Right. The only thing, I mean, I looked up. I just saw Hughes going at a Norfolk State player. I didn't know if he had the footage or not. I guess not, but
Yeah.
that was a wild one.
And unfortunate as well. You know, I mean, this was a really good game. You know, Norfolk State came out early, and Delaware State battled back, started playing their game, chipped away. Eric Dickerson with some big shots. Devin Morgan with the biggest shot of the game. DeAndre Haywood was outstanding before his wrist injury. You know, Deshaun Taylor, despite having his foot on the line for that last shot to try and tie the game, he was really good early. Jordan Butler was good inside. Jeff Short, you know, almost got in the fight there late, but he was really good, really kind of sparked this team. A lot of players played really well in this game. So here we go. Well, I think we have a ruling from the officials.
5:30, men starting at 7:30 versus Hampton University. It's going down. Hampton University is number 1 in the conference. Norfolk State was number 2 in the conference.
And as you said, Monday they play Hampton. If they hold on to win, anything can happen. I mean,
Absolutely. And this is big for that kind of game. You know you can play your game. You know what happens when you do play your game. And you can beat anybody in this conference. We saw the way they played against South Carolina State. They were competitive. And they are competitive here again today. And should be walking out with a win. So there's no reason to believe they can't beat Hampton either.
I was anxiously waiting to see what they're going to do, but
2 free tickets for the cabaret tonight. 21 over.
well, Chris, as you said, Haywood played an exceptional game today. I mean, we'll go by, you know, the Hornets will win this game, but what has stood out to you from the Hornets as they came back and won this game? Definitely a confidence builder.
Well, the big-time group effort in the second half of Waller, Dickerson, Mallory, Morgan, and Haywood. Those 5 guys were huge. They were instrumental in the comeback for Delaware State. They did everything right. And so that stood out, and their activity in the 2-3 zone on the defensive side of the ball. If I'm Coach Walker, as we get the announcements right here.
And number 45, Jordan Butler, both have technicals.
So
All right, here we go, guys. Make some noise for all.
So pretty much all the Hornets have to do is inbound the ball here.
just as long as there's no 5-second, well, they don't even have to because Norfolk State doesn't have time to get up a 3. So
And Hughes has been ejected, so it's short.
as has Short. And Malroy and Butler were given technicals, so those are going to offset.
I didn't see what Mallory did. I missed a lot of it, but, I mean, as you said.
Honestly, I don't even remember if he was on the floor, but if he wasn't and came on, then it was over. But there it is.
And the
Ball
Hornets
game's
will
over.
drive in the victory lane with win number 7 on the year. Go to 5-7 in the MEAC. And the Hornets are just going to walk back to the locker room.
DeAndre Haywood, you can see him right there, maybe a little emotional after this game. Put the team on his back. Big-time performance from him in Delaware State's win.
Big win for the Hornets. I mean, they came back, faced adversity, couldn't score at first. Then they kind of made Norfolk State play their game. Final thoughts, Chris?
Final thoughts, game ball, got to go to DeAndre Haywood. He kind of cooled off there in the second half. We know he had the wrist injury, but the only reason they trimmed the lead in the first half and were within a reasonable amount in the second half was because of DeAndre Haywood's play. Eric Dickerson had some big-time plays off the bench. And Devin Morgan, biggest shot of the game and the biggest shot of his young career. So Delaware State going to go into Monday with a lot of momentum and a lot of excitement is going to be in this crowd. I think we're going to have a big-time game. Might be louder than it was against UMES on Monday night.
Yeah, it was pretty loud today, too. I mean, talk about Haywood, one of the senior leaders of this team, a junior. Getting it done. Looks like Coach Walker pressed the right buttons. Big minutes from Lewis, Dickerson, Mallory, and Onafade's injury. We'll see what happens with him. But, I mean, this team, they look like they can play their game against anybody.
Absolutely, and when they do play their game, they're dangerous. South Carolina State's the third best team in the conference. They hung in with them till about 7 or 8 minutes left in the second half till South Carolina State pulled away. Here again today, they struggled early, but got it into their kind of game and come away with a big-time upset. They're going to go into Monday night with a lot of confidence, and if they win Monday night, again, we talked about the girls with a chance to be reckoned with. In the MEAC tournament for the women, the men have the same opportunity if they can go win on Monday night.
You spoke on Monday night. We'll have that game for you, 5:30 with the women against Hampton, women's powerhouse as well, and 7:30 with the first-place men's game. I mean, looking forward to that game. That'll be an interesting one, Chris. Great to be alongside you. Two great games. The Hornets win both games. And in the second game, the Hornets beat Norfolk State University 67-64. For all the crew in the truck, for Chris Moore, I'm Byron Dixon. Have a great night. Drive home safe. Thank you for watching.